The snow had stuck around longer than usual. The engines worked hard to stay to schedule. They were, however, using a lot of coal, which is why Sir Topham Hatt works hard to ensure there is a steady supply of coal on the island. The snow, however, made things more difficult. One crisp morning, Thomas was complaining bitterly about the snow.
"It's not fair,"
grumbled Thomas.
"Why must this silly soft stuff always get in the way of our work?" "You're not wrong,"
muttered James.
"My boiler is freezing in this frigid weather." "At least you, a proper engine, don't go gallivant enough to wear people's trousers as a scarf,"
Donald said, irritated, still trying to wake up.
"Well, you're just going to have to put up with it."
The engines jumped.
What do you mean, sir? The coaling plant I usually get our coal from has had to postpone its reopening. How come? They don't usually take this long to be open, and I can't think of anything that would start their reopening. From what I've heard, they've had to put their reopening on hold because of a surprise inspection from the National Coal Board. The NCB? But why would, those daft bureaucrats! Why must they keep meddling in our operations?
Not like we can do anything about it. All they see are numbers and notes in their books. All they care about is money.
While that is unfortunately the case, we shouldn't focus on it. Getting back to business, Thomas, I need you to pick up a coal shipment from Vickerstown.
Thomas was puzzled.
Why me? Surely one of the mainline engines could do it. The mainline engines use up too much coal, and we only have enough for one small engine to make the trip to Vickerstown.
Thomas wasn't sure, but he knew Sir Topham Hatt was counting on him.
Alright, sir. Excellent. I'll let the yard manager know you're coming.
And with that, Sir Topham Hatt walked away. Come on, Thomas. Best we head out now.
Right.
And with that, Thomas left the shed. Soon, Thomas arrived at Vickerstown. He saw Diesel shunting in the yard.
Oh, hey Diesel.
Afternoon, Thomas. What are you doing here in this chilly day?
Sir Topham Hatt sent me to collect some coal for the others.
So that's what this lot of coal is for.
Thomas looked over and gasped. In the siding sat a long line of trucks.
That whole line of trucks is for me?
Why, yes. You don't think you can handle that lot? I'm surprised.
I knew we needed coal, but I wasn't expecting this much.
Scared you can handle it?
Kind of. It's been a long time since the last time I pulled a heavy goods train.
Perhaps I can provide assist.
Wait, who's that?
So you can't handle that train on your own. Ha! Sir Topham, should we switch to a more reliable source of power?
What, from something like you? As the snow started to melt off Thomas, another tank engine rolled into the yard.
Now for all sake.
What's wrong with engines like me?
You really want me to answer that? Diesel snarled away. Sorry about him. He's been like that since he's arrived to the yards.
Not surprised.
Anyways, nice to meet you. Genty's the name. What's yours?
I'm Thomas. Say, do you happen to know an engine named Percy?
Why, yes I do. He takes stone trucks to the yards for me to collect.
Never thought I'd see you in engine.
Smiled Thomas.
Percy talks a lot about you and your friend, what's his name?
Oh, you mean Pug?
Ah, that's it.
Yes, he's usually here in the yards with me, but today he's pulling the slow goods. Just then, the yard manager arrived. Alrighty, Thomas. This line is clear for you. Carry on.
Well, looks like I've got to leave. Nice meeting you, Genty.
Thomas blew his whistle and went to go get turned around. Thomas backed down onto his train and struggled to get the heavy train rolling. It seems you need a bit of help there, Thomas.
No, thank you, Genty. I can handle this train by myself.
And with that, Thomas puffed out of the yard. As he made his way down the main line, Thomas could feel steam building up in his boiler. The rails were slicked, and he used up a lot of steam. Instead of alerting his crew, he pressed on.
Don't want Sir Topham Hatt thinking I can't handle the work that's given to me.
They soon reached the hill. The weather had gradually gotten worse, and Thomas could feel the full weight of the train on his buffers as he started up the hill. He was almost brought to a standstill.
Come on, nearly there.
As he puffed, Thomas' driver swore he could hear rattling noises coming from his engine. I'll have to look at it when we reach Wellsworth. Thomas was glad when they arrived at the top and rolled down the hill towards Wellsworth. Once they stopped, his crew thoroughly examined him. Seems everything is in order. You feeling alright, Thomas?
Yes, I'm fine.
Huffed Thomas.
Just a little tired.
The driver didn't wish to argue, so they carried on. As he puffed across me, Thomas felt the pain in his boiler again.
I'm fit to burst! I'm fit to burst!
He cried. Suddenly there was a loud bang! The driver frantically shut off steam. They came to a stop just outside of crossing. Oh, well, that's torn it. I knew I heard something wrong. Thomas was upset. Crosby isn't too far from here. I'll go ask for help. Come on, fireman. Soon, James arrived at the station. I saw Thomas's crew on the station platform.
What are you lads doing here? Shouldn't you be with Thomas? Well, you see,
He burst his safety valve, and we need to get this lot of coal to the harbor. James thought for a moment.
I'm heading towards Vickerstown now. I'll see if there's anyone to help.
Great. Thanks, James. With that, James set off to Crosby. James sped down the main line. However, he was using a large amount of coal. At last, James arrived at Vickerstown.
Finally, we're here.
James uncoupled from his train and looked around the yard, searching for an engine to help Tommy. At last, he saw a small black tank engine in the siding.
Oh, thank goodness. I found someone. You there, in the siding.
You talking to me?
Well, do you see anyone else in the yard? Of course I'm talking to you.
Genty looks around and realizes there's not a single soul in sight. Oh, well, what can I do for you, chap? Genty smiled.
Well, there's a train stranded on the main line, and I need your help to move it. And before you ask, I would do it myself, but I don't exactly have a free schedule.
Well, my schedule isn't exactly free to...
Did you forget about what I said earlier?
About what?
About no one else being in the yard?
Oh, right. I forgot.
Sure you did.
Anyways, what does the engine look like?
A small blue engine with a number 1 on its side tanks.
Thomas!
Oh, So I'm guessing you two know each other.
And without another word, Genty raced out of the yard, leaving James in disbelief. I've gotta find Thomas. Genty was running well. His wheels pounded the roads. He found Thomas soon enough. The blue engine looked miserable. "It's Genty," called his driver. Thomas was embarrassed and concerned that Genty would laugh at him, but Genty didn't. He knew this was no time for teasing. "Don't worry, Thomas. We'll make it to the harbor before night." Genty went back and coupled up to the train. The guard signaled he was ready, and they set off. It was a hard push to keep the train moving. Genty could feel the whole train on his buffers, but pressed on. At last, they arrived at Nafric Harbor, where Sir Topham Hatt was waiting for them.
Well done, Genty. I'd like to thank you for getting our Thomas back home.
No problem at all, sir.
As for you, Thomas, it's off to the work shed for you. The work shed, sir?
Replied Thomas, confused.
All you did was burst your safety valve. We can easily repair this, so you don't need to go to the works at Crovans Gate. Oh, alright then. And you there, what did you say your name was?
Genty, sir.
Genty, you'll be taking Thomas here to the work shed. I'm sure he can tell you the way. Of course, sir.
Sir Topham Hatt walked away, leaving Genty alone with Thomas. Ah, well, we all make mistakes sometimes. Come along, let's get you to the work shed. Thomas said nothing, clanking sadly along. When they arrived, Genty put Thomas in one side and came up alongside. Genty could see how sad Thomas was and felt bad for teasing him earlier. Sorry about earlier. I never expected this to happen.
It's alright. It was a bit foolish of me to think I can handle that many trucks on my own.
Well, that's alright. But I have to ask, why didn't you want any help?
Well, you see... Thomas, I see you've made it back. You know this never would have happened.
As James rode alongside, he could see how downcast Thomas was and decided to listen to him. Go on, Thomas.
Well, you see, the truth is...
And with that, Thomas began to tell them what happened. But I shan't say any more, or I shall spoil the next story.